Yes, so. So I see a loud and clear. I'll make sure you respond to them by tomorrow.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Morris. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm just observing that I have to watch a meeting for a class.
What class is it?
It's organizational communications. So we just watch, kind of see how things run in a meeting. So
I still need it.
Sounds good. Well, we have open seats in the gallery.
is that where I should go? Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh wait, I'm reading this caption. Senator Reyes. No.
Darn it.
What
happened?
Oh, how are you?
Come in.
I'm good, how are you?
Good.
have something I need to talk to you.
I just need to, Manny's the only one who has not responded to my when to meet about election commission. So
No.
I'm holding
We'll be here. Okay, bye.
Wednesday, I'm hoping Friday at 2.
There we go. Sounds good.
Every Friday?
Too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny. Okay, time to talk to you.
So.
I don't know what to do. And then he said, there's one like.
Oh my god.
Quick question.
Oh,
So,
I forgot my name tag, but okay.
I feel ya. A question. Morris sent an email out to me for steering committee for DEI. Would you want to take that on, or do you want me to ask the DEI committee if they have a person?
For a moonshot?
Yeah.
I asked him to send it because I can't, because they need to meet every week on a certain time.
Sounds good. So yeah,
I don't know how much
I'll-
it is.
I'll send you a message tomorrow, and then she'll message the committee.
Okay. Why is everyone?
Committee, I don't think committee's out yet. I'll check the low 200s room, see if committee's still in session.
I'm pretty sure it is, or else they'd be here by now.
Yeah, that'll be my goal.
I'm happy to be involved in a conversation. Yeah, and then I was like, hey, what's his point? What's he trying to accomplish? He just wants everyone to be able to have privacy. That's what he's saying. So if he takes someone out, then he will be saying that we should be, the person that taking out should be able to defend themselves and be like, I call for this kind of question, and then I can really report on it. As he's seen the operating procedure. Yeah, I showed him that, and he said operating procedure is under constitutional. And it fluctuates documents, without what was published as water, so that means that the.
Committee's still in session.
Yeah, I did tell him, and he said he disagrees with us.
I'm happy to be involved in the conversation. I think.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Good.
How's the semester been?
Oh, it's been good. Like, it's been very busy.
Test 1 2.
We've got a lot of things done, so I can't.
Test 1 2.
What time do you need me today?
So we'll have you, I believe you're doing D in the day, right?
Correct, I'm here for the end of the day, sorry about
No,
that.
you're all good. So we don't have a set time, but I'm guessing you'll be called up around 4:30.
Okay, so I'll just sit in the side here and then we're good.
Absolutely.
I have
It's right there.
Up there and I brought some stuff buddy just has, and then when I'm done, I have another engagement I have to get to, just want to let you know.
Sounds good. Much
Thank you.
appreciated.
Yeah.
Nice.
How you doing? Hey, Manny. Careful with the fire. I won't fall, I promise. That's much appreciated.
Hey, I love your dress. I love it.
A shirt.
Oh, it looks like a dress.
Thank you.
Sit down, you guys.
Last.
Tell me to get up.
We're doing it? We're sitting down. That's what we're doing.
Get done early.
I would encourage to have the behind the scenes conversation.
Everybody had to talk about their projects, and some people were very, very noisy and interruptive during the meeting.
Again?
Want to take over
Okay.
Oh, no.
during the meeting?
I would encourage.
Oh, yeah, no.
Ash's real life.
Try to do something
Real life right now.
Oh, my bad.
We're not.
It's not on the record. It's not on the record, it's fine.
Yeah.
It took 3 minutes to get through.
Did it get a little rowdy? I think they'll be here soon.
Play on the.
Get rowdy, is that what this is?
Okay, officer report change.
Correct.
But he's.
Interesting.
My thoughts was for. But the meeting agreement just got blasted on the.
Did you receive an email for that meeting?
What?
Like that.
That we just came from?
Someone read it?
Did you get an email for the meeting report?
Oh, Eli.
How was your night? I'm excited to see
Alright, how are you?
I'm gonna be so realty. I've had 0
We actually
time
drove up
for
to watch the meeting.
I can't wait to see more involved. Okay, now I'm taking 6.
I'm so excited.
Bring on everything.
That is scary.
I got a 67% on my exam. It's rounded to a
Three drinks.
So like you're mixing the not being legislative affairs committee. Shouldn't talk about that. I have to. Okay, yeah.
Okay, the Bills are made. It's the Eagles won, they won it.
I'm expecting this to Super Bowls in the past. Let's go.
I've actually never been in the Capitol.
I've been in those.
How many? I don't know. Miss before we come to the
Jack.
Does that make somewhat sense?
Yeah.
Sounds like what happened.
No, that's right.
Oh,
I'm going to the county.
can I go?
Ash,
I'm a professional lobbyist. How do I?
Well, not all.
Wait, no, get on that.
That's okay.
We have one spot. There's like
Did you get mine?
I don't know if I need to be on the.
How many?
I think yours is about
4?
Isaac, you moved around. I did. Did I move down or did he pop me down? I don't know. What did I do? No.
You did. I don't like it.
Senator's on today. This side.
Do you like Armstrong Project or do you not?
Don't, what?
anybody that's
I think it looks alright.
I'm not.
I look like Mr. Clean.
Like my shoulder.
Obviously, it's like travel solo.
Oh, then, yeah. Oh, Bob? Oh, let me open a Dorothy's.
I see. I took
Okay, thank you, another person.
And you're like.
I was gonna sign up for it now, but if you're desperate, I gotta
We're
know.
not, I probably have
And they're
already
like
like
all-
10.
You
have one. Give him a time.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 93rd Student Government meeting. Guys, alright, welcome to the 93rd Student Government meeting for October 29th, 2025. This meeting is being conducted in person in CSU 238, and it's currently 4:02 p.m. and I call this meeting in order. We begin with our land recognition statement. Student government acknowledges that we live, work, and learn in the homeland of the Dakota people, whose language frames our institution's name, Minnesota State University, Mankato. We'll now begin with our roll call. All right. Senator Livingston?
Here.
Senator Hyber? Senator Cupboard? Senator Dietrich?
Here.
Senator Morris? Senator Reyes? Senator Nguyen? Senator Anderson?
Here.
Senator Zelmer? Senator Cummings? Senator Ide?
Present.
Senator Hiluka?
Present.
Senator Isaac? Senator Knauer?
Here.
Senator Johnson?
Here.
Senator Atkinson?
Here.
Senator Stokes?
Here.
Senator Hillstead? Senator Schoen? Senator Liu? Senator Frost?
Here.
Senator Wickersham? Vice President Catley?
Here.
President Colron? Wait, I think we are missing the two newly elected senators.
One of them might be joining via
I
Zoom.
think. Oh, okay. All right, so it's Senator Aubart and Senator Nguyen. Okay. We now move forward with our consent agenda. Is there any amendments for the consent agenda? Anyone? Is there any dissents for the consent agenda? All right, all those in favor of consent agenda, please raise your placard up high. All those who disagree? Seeing this, consent agenda clearly passes. We now move forward with our presentation, and I'd like to invite Henry Morris for DEI and Moonshot.
Good morning. Good evening, everyone.
Thank you.
Two things I want to bring to your attention in the 10 minutes I have allocated for this. One is Moonshot Student Success for All. I want to bring you up to where we're at with it now and to a conversation I had with the president and vice president, asking them to appoint somebody to the steering committee for it. Moonshot has this year 3 new action teams. One is Degree Maps and Plans, led by Jennifer Veltros. The other one is Credit for Prior Learning, led by Amy Carmack. In Support, Preparing Leaders for Change, Kelly Meyer. We have 2 ongoing action teams from last year to this year. Proactive Advising, led by Sarah Granberg Rodemaker, and Transfer, led by Shauna Albers. And we have 2 implementation teams from last year. It means that their work was done or done enough that we will be implementing some of the recommendations that they put into effect. And the implementation for whole reform will be Amy Carmack, and the implementation team for access to a second chance will be Amy Stolak. We are planning to hold a university-wide meeting in January, one to let the team say where they're at, what has been implemented, what are the new action teams working on, and where are the ongoing action teams, where are they on, have they implemented anything, or what else are they going to be recommending going into the future. So that's where we're at with Moonshot Student Success for All. So again, we're looking for somebody. We also may be looking for a student for each one of those action teams, but we're going to need people to be more than the name. We're going to be looking for people for the steering committee. Is an important committee, so we will want somebody who can make sure that they can go to, I'm going to say all, but at least a large majority of those meetings. And I gave the president a copy of those days, so when you're making appointments, you can figure out who can attend them. The other thing I want to talk to you about, some listening sessions that DEI is running starting November. I forward this information to the president and vice president about these meetings. These are meetings we're holding as listening sessions to allow our community to give us input, whether or not, and again, it's important, whether or not DEI's name should change to something else. A lot of institutions across the nation are changing their names, even those in our system has changed their names, all in response, and I'm gonna be honest about it, what's the language coming out of DC? At the end of the day, there could be no changes, or there could be changes. And what I gave to both the president and vice president was a piece where it talks about some of the things people are changing their name to going forward. Again, we may not change the name. We may change them. May leave it the same and make a slight change. But again, we want to make sure that we are doing it with the opportunity for the community to share and give us input. Some of these other places, yes, one day was X, next day was Y. And we didn't want to go into that. We wanted to give people the opportunity to share with us what they thought it should be. And those, again, for 3 listening sessions, we made 1 change. The first one is 11:10, Monday, 9 to 11 in CSU 245. Next one is 11:18, Tuesday, 1 to 3. And we're saying that student focus one. really encouraging students to go to that one. So that we're hoping, we don't want the voice to get lost in the conversation with a whole bunch of other people. And the last one is Wednesday, 11/19 from 2 to 4 in Ostrander. So I can answer any questions you may have about either one of these two topics.
Thank you so much. Do we have any questions? Senator Dietrich.
So with the understanding that the name DEI may not change, were the considerations, if it does change, is that kind of moving away from using like the letters and words that are already included in DEI? Some schools I know use the acronym IDEA for inclusion, diversity, equity, and accessibility. Would that be something, or are we trying to move away from those words specifically?
Then I'm not prejudging any ideas. As I said, DEI could be at the end of the day, but I want to remind people, because you may not know this, I've been here 35 years, and that area has changed about 4 or 5 times in that time period. The last change for DEI happened about 4 years ago when equity was added to it. Before it was diversity and inclusion. Before that was cultural diversity and then some other things. So we have changed in the past to better reflect what we thought we were trying to get accomplished. So I'm not presupposing what the name would be or what can't be in it.
Thank you. Senator Frost, followed by Senator Wickersham.
Could you give the time for that 11:18 one again, please?
Sure. It's Tuesday from 1 to 3 in CSU 253.
Thank you.
And again, there'll be flyers and there's some other mails coming out just in case.
Senator Wickersham?
So thank you for coming to speak to us, first of all. But the question I had was, with any potential name change, again, as you said, not set in stone or anything, but with any potential name change, would that come with a change in DEI's character or its activities? Or would it just be a name change?
Let me say this. DEI changes things every year, depending on what we perceive as the needs of the institution. So could there be changes and differences? Could be. Again, I want to presuppose things. But what I think will not change, as long as I'm here, is our commitment to ensuring student success for all.
Thank you. Do we have any other questions? All right, seeing none, thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you.
Please give him a big round of applause. We now move forward with our open forum. Is there anyone here for open forum? Is there anyone here for open forum? All right, seeing none, I'd like to invite our Dean of the Day, Chip Panaho, who is a professor and interim associate dean for College of Humanities and Social Science. Please give him a big round of applause.
Thank you very much. Let me get my stuff situated. This is my third time coming here. The first time I tried to memorize everything and that didn't go well, so I wrote notes just to hopefully make things a little bit more effective and efficient today. So again, good afternoon. Welcome to the 10th week of the fall semester. It's something I always tell my students when we show up on Monday and they don't like it. I do it because I need to count to 15 to restart as a faculty member. And like I said, week 10. For those who don't know me, and even for those of you like Todd back here who do know me, my name still is Dr. Chip Panahan. I am in my 4th year as the interim associate dean of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. My home department is the Department of Psychology. And I am a tenured full professor who came here way back in 2009 and have stayed here in the tropical Mankato, Minnesota for the however many years it has been. For the returning members of student government, it's nice to see you again. For those of you who are new, nice to meet you. but I want to thank all of you for volunteering your time and putting in the hard work needed to have Minnesota State University Mankato be the flagship institution of the Min-State system. Okay. As Dean of the Day, it's my privilege to provide an overview of our college and share information about the exciting accomplishments by our programs, faculty, and students in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Way back in the day, July 1, 2022, the former Colleges of Social Behavior and Sciences, what I came here to be part of back in 2009, and the College of Arts and Humanities, they merged on that day. So now you took, again, SBS and A&H merges July 1, 2022 to create the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. And on that day, there are 18 academic departments. I feel like I'm talking in front of my kids because I got phones looking at me from here. So just a little adjustment from there. There were 18 departments back then. The first year, the provost gave a charge to then founding Dean Chris Brown to reduce those departments from 18 down to 11. So we currently have 11 departments in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. They are the Department of Anthropology and Geography, Department of Communication and Media, Department of Criminal Justice, Department of Creative Arts, Department of Economics, Ethnic Studies, Government, Department of English, Department of History and Gender Studies, the Department of Performing Arts, the Department of Philosophy, Languages and Cultures, the Department of Psychology, as well as the Department of Sociology and Leadership Studies. We are a very large college, as we have approximately 3,200 majors. We have 180 full-time faculty members, the ones teaching your classes and hopefully giving you a great experience inside and outside of the classroom. We have about 130 graduate students that serve as graduate assistants. In the psychology department, when I came here in 2009, the department chair then hired me and said, with his fist on the desk, from here, I can proudly say every single class taught in the Department of Psychology by a full-time faculty member. I cannot say that anymore because now we have our graduate students in my school psych doc program have successfully been teaching a lot of Psych 101 as well as Psych 200 classes. So that kind of just shows the evolution of how the psychology department has shifted as we thought and acted like a doctoral institution. In addition to those, let me find my space here, 180 full-time faculty member, 130 GAs. We also have over 100 adjuncts teaching these courses. So again, within the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, across all 11 academic departments, many of you come in contact with our college either because you are an HSS major or because you're also completing your general education courses. Within our college, the focus of our college is to build a foundation of knowledge for our community of inclusive learners so that they are able to transform the social world and adapt to a constantly changing society. The thing that I've changed to now as I've gotten older from here, when I look down, I can't see my notes as well because I'm too stubborn to buy cheaters. Bifocals, thank you, Todd, from here, because Todd knows when I'm looking over a 3-foot putt, I don't want the bifocals to affect my my putting thing, so I'm struggling right now reading. I apologize on that one from here. That within HSS, we offer one of the doctoral degrees that Minnesota State University Mankato can offer. That's the program I'm affiliated with, the School of Psychology Doctoral Program. We offer several master's programs. We offer bachelor's programs, as well as an associate in arts degree. So again, anything from an associate's degree all the way up to a doctoral degree are things that students can earn if you are part of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Within that, programs and courses in HSS focus on developing what I consider essential skills. Many people used to call it soft skills, but I've changed my focus on that. These essential skills such as critical thinking, data analysis, and effective communication. I used to make this claim that these are things that corporate America and graduate schools are really looking for out of applicants. I've changed my mindset now. I think that's something society is looking for, not just for people in Fortune 500 or looking to that. But again, if I can challenge you to be more critical in your thinking, to analyze the data, to help you make your decisions, and also try to improve your communication skills. And as I mentioned to my daughters, who are both 20 and 18, about your same age from here, that communication is a two-way street. It's not just the way that you express yourself. It's also very important to the skills I'm seeing out of many of you, of your ability to listen, or at least show me that you're kind of listening to me. And again, that's what I mean by effective communication skills. Based on the most recent published data, and this is as of 3:45 when I was making my changes to my notes this afternoon, the largest undergraduate majors in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Psychology, again, my home department. The next one after that's criminal justice. After that is communication and media. At the graduate level, the largest program there, and I'm proud to say this, as Brian Schneider's over there and his daughter's one of our doctoral candidates, almost going to be a graduate of our doc program. The largest graduate program in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences right now, based on declarations, is the School of Psychology doctoral program with 40 enrollees. After that, the next one is the master's, the MFA in creative writing, the MA in English, as well as the MA in industrial and organizational psychology. So that's just kind of a breakdown about what the College of Humanities and Social Sciences can provide, or the structure of that. On my second page, because again, you told me I had 10 minutes, I'll try my best to fill the 10 minutes. What I have listed here are kind of 7 highlights. And as I was walking over here, I realized something that student government really provides a lot of funding to is something I didn't mention on here. So again, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that the College of Humanities and Social Sciences also proudly houses the Maverick Machine athletic bands, which I know SGA provides a lot of funding to. You can hear them at the football games, sporting events. I've had people track me down saying, hey, I want them to be at the opening for Crumble Cookies from here. And I was able to connect Vic with the Mav Machine. He still owes me cookies from here. And next time I see him, when we see him at the club, I will remind him for that. But again, the Maverick Machine athletic bands is something that is really central towards our college. The thing that I've been amazed at since its development, since it was brought back over the last 10 years, is how well it works in retaining students here, creating a sense of culture and belonging, as well as recruiting students creating, again, a great atmosphere for students to be successful in. The next thing I have here is our theater program. Our theater program continues to have the most main stage productions in the country at the university level. This year, the theater will be putting on 14 shows, and that's kind of a drop back. I think it used to be 16 or 18 shows in the past from there. I hope you've had a chance to see Oklahoma earlier this month. The next show coming up on the main stage is The Women of Troy, and that begins November 6th. And student tickets are only $5 a piece from there. The next thing here, the creative writing program. The creative writing program conducts the Good Thunder reading series, which is now in its 44th year. Each season, professional writers come to campus, offer a workshop, a craft talk, as well as a reading for our students in the community. 2 writers already visited campus this semester. The next event will be on February 12th when CJ Hauser comes to campus. I encourage you to try to stop by one of those events. Our Department of Sociology and Leadership Studies, they house the Scholar Serving Time program. And if you haven't heard about the Scholar Serving Time program, this is where incarcerated students have the opportunity to take courses towards earning their Associates of Arts degree. The next highlight I have on my piece of paper here is the Department of Criminal Justice. I have a couple things listed here for CJ, that they offer the Criminal Justice Career Academy, and this is where high school students in St. Paul take introductory and foundational courses in criminal justice. These students then are connected to professionals and community partners in the field to try to recruit them here, kind of fitting in with President Inch's belief that we should have, Destination 2030. What's the next one here? In addition, the department hosts the Criminal Justice Career and Internship Fair in the CSU Ballroom during the spring semester. It's pretty cool to see at the very beginning or sometime during that career fair, they will take a picture of all the alumni, the people that are affiliated with all of these programs, state, federal agencies, and the department is very proud to have that alumni picture to show the connection and the support to the region within criminal justice. Lastly, the department just started a new graduate program in criminal justice that was launched last fall. I have no clue how I'm doing on time. There we go. Does that tell me I'm... Yeah, I was looking for that one there. If you give me 30 more seconds here, the one thing that I want to highlight that many people don't affiliate with the College of Humanities and Social Science is how the high level of research and how productive the faculty, the graduate students, and undergraduate students are. Many people think, oh, it's liberal arts, or I've heard this one, oh, it's a soft science from here. No, it's research from here. In 2008, Minnesota State University Mankato came up with the Distinguished Faculty Scholar Award. And that's given to someone that's a tenured full professor that has demonstrated their effect and their impact. 60% of the awardees of the Distinguished Faculty Scholar Award are housed in my college of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. So again, thank you for giving me the opportunity to brag about the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Please tell your classmates to go register. Registration opens, the windows start rolling out, and one of my jobs as interim associate dean is unfortunately to have the difficult conversation about low enrolled courses. So the more students we get enrolled in the courses, the easier the conversation is. Any questions?
Thank you. Do we have any senators with questions? Senator Ide, followed by Senator Livingston.
All right, I'd like to thank you for coming out here today and spending your time and talking to us. Just before I start, I noticed that you mentioned that a lot of people were like on their phones. We're just taking videos for the student government page, so we're not playing around with it, but I apologize if it looked like that. But my question is, the university has gone on record to say that that professors in the gender studies department are getting retrenched. How is the program looking in regards to that?
So with the phones out, I'm used to that. It was just a while. I was still getting a little kind of taken aback here. I'm like, you really don't need to take my picture from here. But then I had to go back to thinking of how my two daughters were doing something. As we're out to dinner, they got their phones out. So again, that was just my own train of thought. Not only is there a faculty member that's identified for retrenchment in the Gender and Women's Studies program, but unfortunately, our college made the list what I find too frequently. From the history department, the gender and women's studies department, and I can see who else was impacted in there, but I digress. Like I said, I already know it took up too much time. Oh, I can see the other person. It is in government from there. The programming, as you said, how is it going to exist? That is well beyond my pay level. From here, I, as the interim associate dean, have advocated to try to have these programs put forth and made recommendations for here. The administration's on record saying that the new program portfolio looked at different variables such as discipline diversity perspective, and I believe the answer that I've heard regarding that, not to speak for them, I just want to answer your question from this. So I don't want to speak for administration, but I'll speak from my perspective here, that there will still be two faculty members in that program, and I know them very well. Dr. Maria Bavacqua, who served as the Dean of the College of Social Behavior Science for a couple of years, and Dr. Laura Harrison, and I've served with Dr. Harrison on several committees as she's been a department chair, and I know the great work not only that the two of them and also Dr. Hamidi have done, but also the work that their students and the impact that they've had on there. So because of, even though there's a retrenchment in that program, the undergraduate, and I can't remember the program portfolio review. I know the graduate programs have been suspended at that level, but I think there still is undergraduate programs in GWS, or else they'll still be supporting the general education perspective. So again, when I'm here talking, I know that, again, I'm your dean of the day, quote unquote, but I hope you take my words and my opinion, hopefully my sarcasm, as mine, not as speaking of the administration for the university.
Thank you.
Thank you. Senator Livingston.
Thank you for being here, Dr. Panhan. I represent the HSS, and Senator Wright already kind of touched on retrenchment and program cuts, which I was about to ask. But my other question was going to be so kind of interdepartment collaboration has been a kind of a popular thing I've recognized. I'm very involved in a lot of RSOs inside HSS, and so I'm just wondering, like, what are you doing as associate dean to kind of foster that environment of interdepartment collaboration and kind of consolidation?
Yeah, and so I appreciate the question, and I thank you for, again, representing HSS as our student senator. I know it's been a tough position to fill. It seems like every time I get to meet our student senators, they email me back saying, hey, because of something I'm dropping out. So I look forward to working with you over this. As a faculty member, when I came here, I did encounter the barriers of how can you reach out across departments, not only within your college, but as well as cross colleges. Many people, the administration at that time, were what we used to call counting butts and seats. So if you're teaching a class, who's going to get credit for that? The thing that I've tried to do in my role as the interim associate dean over the last 3+ years here is talk to my colleagues, talk to the faculty, and say, all right, how is this beneficial? It's not that I come in here saying, I want you to go talk across the, across the hallway, across the building. I want you to start working with those individuals from here. One thing when I got cut off, I did have something about our interdisciplinary programs, but since you asked me that question, it'll allow me to go back to my notes. From here, for example, we have the AGES lab and the Earth AGES Club, and also the Earth System Research Lab, that interdisciplinary between archaeology, geography, and earth sciences. These are faculty members, these are graduate students, these are undergraduate students that came to us and say, we want to work with these other programs. How can you help us get resources? Or how can I try to, they tell me what the challenges are, barriers. How can I try to provide them resources to overcome them? And so that's something I've tried to do from my role as interim associate dean, is if I know graduate students, undergraduate students, faculty members have an idea coming more from that grassroots perspective, and they're the experts in that discipline, how can I assist them to get that? And the thing I ask them is, how is this going to impact students? If you can really give me the hard sell as to why this is beneficial to whether HSS majors or getting them more ready for graduate school or their jobs, that's been something that's been easier for me than to go advocate and try to take care of the barriers or also find them more resources.
Thank you. All right, do we have any more questions for our Dean of the Day? Seeing none, thank you so much. You have a what? Was there any question?
No, they're ready to clap for me.
Okay.
That's why you held up the applause for them. That is. Good luck with the rest of the fall semester.
Yep, thank you. All right, now begin with our officer report. First of all, President Calderon.
Hello, everyone. I do recognize that we're on week 10 already, so it's going by really fast. I know a lot of us are exhausted, so I don't want to take as much. I don't want to take too much time up, so I'll keep going with the report. So first thing to talk about is I did meet with President Inch last Thursday. We talked about transportation, how the state legislature are going, and further communication with the student body on further topics like retrenchment. One of our biggest topics of conversation was conversations for New Armstrong and how we felt with going off of the presentations that were done last Wednesday and last Monday, and to legislators on how we should do the Cal bonding for the New Armstrong building. The way that Mean interpreted what was happening in the Armstrong building was it wasn't overwhelmingly positive. So there's not a wide reception for a New Armstrong building from legislators. So student government is working very hard to have a New Armstrong and have the kind of priorities say to legislators in the future to make sure that the New Armstrong building that we're looking for will be done and will hopefully be bonded for this academic year. Myself and the rest of the cabinet is working very hard with the Legislative Affairs Committee for a pressure campaign to make sure that this advocacy is done, and we appreciate any help that we could get from you as senators as well to make sure this project is going well and smoothly across this legislative year. Because right now, when I was talking to President Inch, there was conversations on the backup plan for New Armstrong. And in case you don't know, New Armstrong houses roughly 40% of students in this university with 49 classrooms. And the best that we could do for a replacement plan for Plan B is to get roughly 20 of those classrooms across different areas and take the rest of the, I think, 29 classrooms and put them all online, which is not something that we would want to do as a Plan B. So we're having a lot of pressure to legislators for that New Armstrong project and a lot of efforts being done. And I'll make sure to keep you updated as we go through that, and I appreciate any support. So that's a lot of conversations I've been having President Inch. I also wanted to no copying conversations and the update that was done through there. We had lovely copying conversations done yesterday. We were able to have Assistant Provost Jennifer Veltzos talk a lot about online programs and how online programs are affecting our university and also the students. The students have relayed what's been happening with the accreditation process and the accreditation process, noting that there is some flaws in our online system and things that could be improved for the very least students who are taking the hybrid model of some physical classes and some online classes. So that was the main point of our conversation there, but we also had a lot of other good conversations on how students are doing and how they're communicating with academic affairs. And we have another copying conversations happening across next month, and we really appreciate you stopping by, and we'll make sure to keep you updated on that. Final thing I have with me is the Student Athletic Advisory Board collaboration, aka SAC. This is basically the athletics version of student government, where they have representatives from every athletic team and they share what's happening with this university. I had the honor to talk with SAC last Wednesday and have a conversation with them on how student government is doing. It was a really good reflection of mine just to see how far we've gone as an organization. And there's just so many things to share on how much we've done across these 10 weeks and how much more we plan to do across these next 20 or so academic weeks as we go further into our terms as senators and members of student government. I know that there is a really good reception for that kind of collaboration, that kind of classes. So if you're a part of any organizations and you want me to speak for student government, to share what student government is and how it is an organization, don't be afraid to send me a Teams message or an email. And I'd be happy to come over if my calendar allows it to over to these meetings and just make sure that student government is seen and heard as they will listen to constituents as well. So I believe that's everything I have, and I'll be happy to open floor for questions.
No questions for President Colin? Seeing none, we move with our Vice President Kathley's officer report.
Hi, everybody. I'm diving right into my officer reports because I'm trying to get done with Senate earlier today. So first, right after last week's Senate meeting, President Corbin and I attended the meeting right across for the Armstrong Hall. Bonding President Corbin has touched a lot on that, and we're really hopeful that the state will listen to us and fulfill our need there. I also met with Vice President Morris, and he covered a lot of our meeting during his presentation. We discussed a lot about potentially maybe renaming the name or finding a student to be on a Moonshot program as well. So students' perspective is voiced out too. And next Senate meeting, I will be providing you guys dates. They have 3 open sessions on the month of November. One is specifically for students, but you guys can join any of those. So I'll give you guys more details on that in my next officer report. Also, coming up next Senate meeting, President Inch will be coming and joining us in the Senate meeting, and this is a great opportunity for us to ask him questions. Anything and everything is welcome, so please be prepared with your question if you guys have any questions that you want the administrators to answer. President Inch himself is coming. Lastly, an announcement from Gamma Phi Beta. They're hosting their annual Moonball Kickback on November 16 at 1 p.m. If anybody is interested in joining, please let me know. It is $10 per person, and we really want to help them because all of the money that they collect goes on to Girls on the Run, and both male and female can play. And it's open for everybody, so whoever is interested, let me know or let any of us know. Once again, this was not in my officer report, but today when I came in for my Senate meeting, I've heard that somebody again disrupted the committee meeting. I have told it time and again to respect everyone's time, everyone's decision. Just because the executive is not present in that room does not mean you get to make noise and disturb and not let other people talk. So and this behavior is not acceptable, and please don't make me repeat this thing again and again because we're all grown up adults, and I think we know very properly when to act and how to act, and I expect each and every one of you to act a certain way because a lot of senators were not happy about somebody acting a certain way, and I don't want to name them here particularly, but please do not repeat the same mistake again. And with that, I'm open for any question.
We're gonna have a dress code for when President Inch comes.
And the person that you're meeting.
And we will be giving more information on it in the agenda next week too.
All right. Any more questions for Vice President Kathley? All right. Seeing none, I move forward with my officer report. So there are a few things that I'll address, like always. First of all, there are some particular changes in the correspondence that I submit every week. The main change is from now on, we will be recording the absentees as excused and unexcused. I've seen a large number of people who miss the meeting or are unable to attend the meeting reach out to me, which is really nice and appreciated. But there has been a slight increase in the number of people who has been missing the meeting without informing me, which is by say just missing the meeting without giving any context or information, which is kind of not according to the contract or the position that you guys are here for. So that's one of the changes that we are going to be keep on tracking with on the correspondence. The second thing is we have been working on a student government operating procedure document that will be enlisted for new business as a recommendation from the speaker in the following meeting. That operating procedure document consists of all the information that is necessary for you to know, to stay on the meeting, to talk, to react, or how to act. And it also talks about all these different aspects, such as parking accessibility and everything. We've been covering that up for a couple of days now. I would also encourage any senators that have any questions to visit me during office hours regarding this particular document as well. And I'd also suggest, if you guys want a few things that you guys would want to hear, say, look into or have questions regarding, then please feel free to visit me during my office hours or just email me, Teams me, try and contact me, and then I'll be there for you. Do I have any questions? Yes, Senator Heluka.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you could clarify some of the recommendations that might be residing inside of your recommendation to the changes to the operating policies.
So there are a few changes. Like I said, the document is not completed, right? So I don't want to sit here and go through point by point regarding what changes I made, what changes I'm recommending. And for anyone that are interested in knowing it, can visit me during my office hours. I can give you a quick rundown. Give me a second. I can give you a very quick particular change that we made. Okay, so one of the particular change that we made was, so during the proceduring document, it only talked about how Lot 11A used to be used by President, Vice President, and Speaker only, but we implemented, I recommend to change a certain point, which also allows senators to access Lot 11A if in case they have already purchased another ticket, another parking permit for another lot, and they can park here Wednesdays during the Senate meetings only. Yes, Senator Zalmer?
I believe that's already a thing that's happened. I know last year that was an option for senators to reach out to to Amber and ask for a parking pass through the hours of 3 to 6 on Wednesdays.
Yes, but it was not written in the operating procedure document, so I recommended to put it there so that it's more viable for anyone that is going to be replacing us, for say, right?
Yeah.
So they don't have to go through that trouble again. And there are some other points that I've added too. There are some new, let's say, motions or use of Robert's Rules of Order in a particular say. Yes, Senator Heluka.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'd just like to raise a point of clarification. Regarding the sections that you might be recommending changes, would any of them pertain to Article 2, Section 4 of our Constitution, which states the business of the Senate and of everybody established pursuant to its authority or the authority of the Constitution shall be conducted according to Robert's Rules of Order newly revised? And with that language, could you also clarify how the operating policy's current limited table suggests, the current limited suggested table of motions relates to that constitutional requirement, and whether the table restricts or supplements the full use of Robert's Rules of Order?
Thank you very much for your question. I think we had a conversation regarding this during my in my office before this meeting, so I thought we did discuss about it. But for anyone else's clarity and clarification, there are some certain changes that needed to be implemented, which will be done, which everybody will get to know in the following meeting, like I said, and anybody that is interested in actually knowing them better, we will do it during my office hour visits, because this meeting, we have to get it done soon because of an event that's going on in CSU today. So thank you for the question though, and I will answer this to you directly during one of our meetings, or anybody else that wants to know about it, I can email it to you. Does that help everybody? All right, do I have any other questions? All right, thank you so much. We now move forward to our senator report. First of all, I'd like to invite Senator Livingston.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. So starting off with our off-campus housing survey, I've been tabling for a couple weeks. I appreciate the help of like Senator Johnson and Senator Anderson as well. And also an email we were able to send out. We have collected a total of 264 responses on the survey. And so I think that's really good, a solid number. And so in the month of November, Basic Needs is planning on kind of filtering and refining that data that we've collected to make it presentable to Senate and administration, city leaders, among others, whoever has an open ear. And we think that could be good evidence and good grounds for something like a tenant association or other initiatives kind of associated with housing. Moving on, the Food Pantry Relocation Task Force is up and running. We were unable to meet last Friday because I was like deadly sick. So, but we're chugging along. I'm also serving on the Humanities and Social Sciences Dean Search Committee, and that's been quite an interesting experience. I've also been practicing on the President's Commission on Diversity. And then lastly, I was able to attend the city council meeting with other senators. Senator Hillica has been the primary on that. And him and Senator Sohn they were able to speak in front of the council, including Mayor Massad, so it was pretty cool. And so I appreciate the efforts of Hillica and others to keep on pushing for safer streets for pedestrians. That's all I got. I'm open for questions.
Do you have any questions for Senator Livingston? All right, seeing none, we move forward with Senator Hillica's Senator report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I did submit a PowerPoint presentation to the Senate teams.
It'll be shared. It'll take a second, but will be shared.
I hope it's in there. If it isn't.
I'll try to pull it up, you just keep going and we'll get there in a few seconds.
Okay. For my senator report today, I wanted to focus on some key updates rather than my initial report, which I tried to outline my goals for the semester. And to start, I guess I'd like to thank everybody for approving my appointment to the Legislative Affairs Committee. That just happened in the consent agenda. I attended their last committee meeting to gain some insights into their operations, and I was installed as a member pending Senate approval, of course. And at that committee meeting, I was also appointed as chair of their state and local task force. And to give some context, the task force is designed to take charges from the main committee, which delegates specific tasks to people who are actively engaging in similar projects, which facilitates more efficient progress on issues. My task force specifically is designed to handle charges relating to the state and local governments, community initiatives, and as well as maintaining regular correspondence with government officials. And the informal off-campus committee that us off-campus senators have been collaborating through has been officially recognized as the main operating body of the task force and as an extension of the Legislative Affairs Committee. And this recognition comes largely from the nature of the work that we were already handling within the committee, such as the Monks Avenue project. To get into this, I'd like to thank everybody who voted in favor of the Monks Avenue resolution. Thanks to your vote, our task force and subcommittee have been able to reach out to city officials and local government and adjacent organizations such as the Mankato North Mankato Area Planning Organization and provide them with a document that carries the will of the thousands of students that we represent. I've been building our contacts with these agencies and with the backing of other senators, including our Legislative Affairs, Student Affairs, Sustainability, and Basic Needs Committee coordinators. We were able to attend the City Council meeting on Monday, where the City Council President formally acknowledged our resolution on the record and touched on the potential for the council to set a plan into motion earlier than 2027, as the resolution calls for. Senator Sohn and I also got a chance to say a few words about the resolution on the record as well. And for the next steps for the project, it will likely be to continue monitoring the City Council and maintaining our presence, ensuring our voices are heard on behalf of the students that we represent, to encourage the council to enact the changes that we outline in the resolution. We hope to work closely with the council members where possible. I believe the tone in the room at the time was very positive when they discussed the project's potential. And to close my report and to get us out of here in a timely manner, I'd like to just touch on some of the other projects that are being handled by the off-campus subcommittee beyond the Monks Avenue charge from Legislative Affairs. To start, we have a project underway that is currently being spearheaded by Senators Stokes and Sohn, focusing on educating students and renters about their right to form tenant associations as collective bargaining units. These two senators are also involved with Monks Avenue as well, and they have continued to make progress on outlining their plan for the initiative as well, which I am very grateful for. Additionally, we also have a project in the works led by Senator Isaac to help make students aware of who their off-campus representatives are within student government. And this will likely involve collaboration between our subcommittee and the PR and marketing committee as the project advances. And I guess that's pretty much all I have for my senator report today. And thank you guys for your time. And please reach out to me over Teams if you have any questions. And please just send me an email as well if you don't like Teams. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Do we have any questions for Senator Hilliker? All right, seeing none, we move forward with Senator Zelmers.
Hi, everyone. I'm Nolan, if you haven't met. I kind of talked a little bit about my senator projects during committee, but I will give you a more in-depth explanation, I guess. So one of the projects that I'm working on with Senator Anderson is the CSET Freshman Advising Availability Project. So we created a survey, and that's being spread via word of mouth, and data is getting analyzed as it comes in. And then Senator Anderson and I are planning to set up a meeting with Sarah, who's the director of advising, to kind of get more of a kickstart on the administrative side of this project. Electric micro mobility storage, which is with Senator Hillstead, that had a lot of progress going last year and then kind of fell short a little bit over the summer into this semester. So really trying to kickstart that project again and getting more involvement from the admin side. Me and Hillstead have done a lot of work on the senator or student side of it, but now it kind of falls into the admin's hands of getting surveys pushed out to people because we can't access the emails to a large number of students, and then also trying to reach out to different contractors and architects that the university uses to get pricing and budgeting, as the budget that I put together would no longer be valid since they're only good for 30 days. And then my third project is an ethics and standards information memo. I have this made up. I need to make a little bit or a couple tweaks to it. I had sent it out to a few advisors of student government just to get a look on it. And then I need to get that approved by the Ethics and Standards Commission before I'm able to send it out to all of y'all. And that's what I got. I'll stand for questions.
Thank you so much, Senator. Do we have any questions for Senator Zelmer? Seeing none, we move forward with Senator Frost.
Hello, members of the Senate. Here is my long-awaited senator report that I'm sure you are all looking forward to. If you don't know me by now, my name is Eli, and I am a residence life senator. I'm working on 2 projects so far in student government. First project is the minimum wage project to try and get the university to raise the minimum wage to $13.50 an hour for the next academic year. And you may remember an email that I sent out about that, trying to gauge support amongst senators. And right now I am sending out another email. If you have not filled out that form, please do that. That's very helpful for me, Tyler, and Macy, and Noah, who are all working on this project. So if you haven't, please look at that. And then I'm also working on the project with Senator Anderson to include ASL in goal areas with other languages, and you know, work towards ASL being more inclusive and stuff. So far on the minimum wage project, I've met with Senators Hilliker, Anderson, and Wickershaw twice. And we've made progress on this project. We've worked on the survey, as I've just mentioned, and we've had meetings to discuss strategy to ensure university approval and potential survey methods to underscore the need of students, with some of that need being that tuition has been raised by 8%. So we will likely be citing that. We have also talked about potentially banding minimum wage to inflation, so we don't have to do this every single year, because we think that would be very positive, but that's just a potential thing. For the survey we'd give to other students, we have some ideas for that, and just trying to gauge whether the community's broadly in support of it or not. And then, as I mentioned, I'm working on a separate project with Senator Anderson to include ASL as a goal area with the rest of the language courses when students are registering for classes. The importance of ASL is it cannot be overstated, and its inclusion with other languages will make it more visible to other students, which is extremely positive. I met with Senator Anderson last week, and we talked about going to clubs, language clubs, and getting data and just seeing if they find it as important as we do, which we strongly think that they will find it as important as we do, and just going to these clubs and trying to get data from even other languages to try and strengthen our argument when we go talk to Jennifer Veltos, who is the assistant provost for accreditation. So we're just trying to collect data from the students, data on why deaf education and ASL education is important. And that's all I got. If anyone has any questions, ask me now or email me, contact me on Teams.
Thank you so much. Do we have any questions for Senator Frost? Seeing none, we move forward with vacancies. So we have 3 seats for Senator College of Allied Health and Nursing. Is there anyone here today for the position? No one. We have 1 seat for Senator College of Business. Is there anyone present here for that? We have 1 more seat for Senator Graduate Studies. Is there anyone here for that? All right, seeing none, we move to announcements. Is there any announcements? John, I think we'll do it last. Yeah. Senator Atkinson, followed by Senator Ide, followed by Senator Isaac.
Come see the haunted house at the CSU tonight. The tech team put a lot, and the student events team put a lot of effort into it. It's gonna be pretty cool. It's from 8 to 10. It's actually the reason why this meeting has to be so short. But come see it. I'd love to see you all there.
Thank you. Senator Ide.
All right, just to be quick, I mentioned this in the committee meeting earlier that was held, but just as a heads up for those who weren't there, I've begun working on a project with Senator Cummings to increase communication between professors and students in online courses. If you have any experiences where you've maybe had an online course and you weren't able to reach out to your professor, they weren't answering emails, or overall you just had problems with the online course versus, say, an in-person course, please shoot an email or a message on Teams to either me or her. Thank you.
Thank you. Senator Isaac.
Thank you. Tomorrow the Association of Latin American Students is doing with Grace, which is the one and only RSO for graduate students, Halloween event in the Multicultural Center. That's CSU 269. We're gonna have clay making, we're gonna have food, we're gonna have music, some cool things, and if you show up in a costume, you will be featured. So either it's gonna be fun.
Thank you so much. Do we have any more announcements from the senators or from the gallery? Yes, Todd.
Kickball. No, 3 weeks
Replay
from
of last
today,
year.
so Wednesday, November 19th, at the Sports Dome at about 5:15.
You hold the trophy.
One of the first events that you've won over the years.
John has more to say about this, but
We're looking forward to it. So we're recruiting staff to play,
and I'm sure you're recruiting other students to play as well, but we look forward to that event, so.
Yep. Thank you so much, Todd. Todd can't wait to lose again. So, Senator Zelmer, did you have?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. All right. Before I move forward with you, John, I have an announcement to make as well. For the following week, the senators who will be giving their senator report are Senator Morris, Senator Dietrich, Senator Ide, and Senator Johnson. So make that clear. And I'd also recommend the newly elected senators to please follow up on the senator reports, like listen to your fellow senators, give the reports, learn from them, and if you have any questions, please do reach out, because sooner or later you'll have to give a senate report too. Thank you. Vice President Kafli?
Once we're done with this meeting, the PR and marketing coordinator is already outside waiting for us. So we need to click video. So John, please, short announcement today. Thank you.
All right, you have the floor.
I don't have a lot, actually. I have a few. I usually do some trash talking to follow up with Todd's announcement, though. But kickball again. For those unfamiliar with kickball, sometimes there are people unfamiliar with what kickball is. It's like baseball, but you're actually kicking a ball. Okay, and so last year, student government did win this. Typically, the staff do win a lot of the trophies. I mean, that's tradition. But you guys took it last year. You had a couple of soccer players who did very, very well. And we actually had people pulling things as they were kicking. They were pulling muscles in their legs and stuff. So we had injuries last year. But it's a fun time, so look forward to that. Just a couple of things. So a couple of updates. RSO recognition is ongoing. We have approximately 30 student organizations who have not yet been recognized, but yet who are somewhere in the process. What we are doing, because there were some technical glitches this year, there are still some groups that have some things to fix with their constitutions. They're going to maintain their reservations for this semester. We don't want to be completely and totally disruptive to student organization activity. So they're going to maintain their reservations for this semester. However, if they do not get their stuff done by December 1st, they will not be able to make reservations for next semester. So if you happen to know of a student organization that you have not seen on a list that you know needs to get their stuff in, please help encourage them to do that. I posted in the student government team in the general channel on the discussion board the images showing the date and time information for Renting 101 info sessions and the housing fair next week. So if you'd like to see those and pop into one of those sessions, please take a look. You can view that and come to any of those that you would like to. As you've seen in the building tonight, the Haunted Takeover starts at 8 o'clock. The building closes at 7 for that. So please make proper arrangements to be out so that we can get that event happening. I am in the final process of approving the budget and election timeframe with your executive cabinet and with student allocation committee advisors. We're almost done. It's about ready to go out. I've got the email drafted. I'm just waiting for the final thumbs up to go on that. I will tell you that there's a modification due to us being just a tad behind getting election commission office members. I anticipate that we will not be presenting the election rules next week, but it will be the week after that. So we might be a week behind, but that's not the end of the world with that process. And so we are moving forward with that. And I do want to thank those who did attend the city council meeting this week. That's a very good thing for civic engagement and for the student government to be doing. Those city council members have a big impact on the community and the things that happen, and they do listen to students. So thank you for that. I will stand for questions if there are any.
Any questions for John? Seeing none, we move forward with our roll call. Thank you very much, John. Give him a big round of applause, everyone. All right, Senator Livingston, Senator Hyber, Senator Kabad, Senator Dietrich, Senator Morris, Senator Riaz. Yeah, I don't know you're here. Senator Wynn, Senator Anderson, Senator Zelmer, he's in a call. Senator Cummings, Senator Ide, Senator Heluka, Senator Isaac, Senator Knauer, Senator Johnson, Senator Atkinson, Senator Stokes, Senator Hillstead, Senator Shawn, Senator Liu, Senator Frost, Senator Wickersham, Senator Albert, Senator Wynn, but from off campus. All right, he's absent. Vice President Kafli, President Colleran, and Speaker Tapa. So it's 5:03 p.m. and I call this meeting adjourned.
Yes.
Eco.
Everybody that has a question with the operating procedure, you can meet me. Also go ahead and talk to Tyler DeLuca. He has some really wonderful ideas. Now make sure it's heard. And that's all. You guys have a wonderful weekend, day. Take care.
Dust.
I'll have you on that door.
All newly elected senators whose video has not been clicked.
I'm not gonna be here this
Go first. Yours has not yet become.
Whatever.
Wait, when is the meeting?
Joy will be there.
Yeah, we already
did it. Took the agenda from last. Okay. Tell them everything there. Okay, sounds good. That might be.
I think the.
I felt like it gave me a good comment. You know, sometimes you gotta.
I'll give you a
Don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know.
Those interested to click video, please stay in this room while she's clicking other people's video, okay?
Then swap with somebody. You can basically do somebody else's pay. Senator Stokes, you could relieve somebody else's pay. Think about it.
Okay. I don't need to stay anywhere. This right. I was in my realm, so I gotta know first. But I'm not even wearing a tie. Students United, you know.
Look at me!
I think it's hello.
I got nothing for you. I just want to say that.
I read the plan. A lot of cases.
What did I had a calendar to do today?
What I did, I was like, even in my own building, the first 5 pages.
Yes or no, John? Yes or no?
Oh, are you talking about right now?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like that bad.
I might have lost her.
Yeah, we're in the middle of an important conversation right now. This is twice you've interrupted my conversation. That's too late.
Wait, I need you to.
No, I need to go out.
And that's not the fact that
I work with John.
Andrew! Andrew! Come and talk to me once you're done.
Where's my